Good evening, and welcome to this special report. The date is Friday, March 27, 2026. Tonight, we are following breaking and unprecedented developments as the global security architecture built by the United States over the last 80 years appears to be collapsing in real time. New information emerging from the Pentagon and across the Middle East paints a deeply alarming picture of a rapidly escalating conflict involving Iran, with consequences that are already reverberating worldwide. According to multiple reports, the United States military has significantly reduced or abandoned its physical presence at several major bases across the Persian Gulf. Highly fortified, multi-billion-dollar installations have been evacuated after sustaining repeated attacks. Command and logistics operations are now being conducted from temporary locations, including commercial facilities, as officials attempt to manage a widening regional conflict under increasingly dangerous conditions. This shift comes after a series of coordinated strikes targeting U.S. military infrastructure. Over the past several weeks, at least 17 American sites across the region have reportedly been hit. Damage assessments indicate severe structural losses, including destroyed radar systems, damaged runways, and compromised communications networks. While financial costs are already estimated in the hundreds of millions of dollars, the broader strategic implications are far more significant. In Kuwait, multiple facilities have sustained heavy damage, including operational centers and support infrastructure. In Qatar, a key regional air command base was struck, reportedly impacting early warning systems. Bahrain and Saudi Arabia have also experienced attacks on critical military assets, including communications hubs and refueling systems. Military analysts note that these strikes demonstrate a high level of precision and coordination. There are growing concerns that Iran is receiving advanced intelligence and logistical support, enabling it to carry out increasingly effective operations. Reports suggest that supply routes through the Caspian Sea are being used to sustain military resources, creating a protected corridor for ongoing shipments. At the same time, the nature of warfare itself appears to be evolving. Drone swarms and low-cost aerial systems are playing a dominant role on the battlefield, challenging traditional air defense systems. Experts warn that existing technologies, while advanced, may not be fully adapted to counter the scale and speed of these newer threats. Beyond the battlefield, the geopolitical situation is becoming even more complex. Diplomatic efforts are ongoing, but tensions between major global powers continue to rise. Allegations of intelligence sharing, economic maneuvering, and strategic pressure are contributing to an increasingly unstable international environment. In Iraq, the situation is particularly volatile. Armed groups have intensified attacks on remaining U.S. positions, while retaliatory strikes have further escalated tensions. The relationship between local militias and official state forces adds another layer of complexity, raising fears of broader internal conflict. Meanwhile, regional alliances are shifting. Several Middle Eastern nations have issued joint statements condemning ongoing attacks, while also calling for restraint and de-escalation. However, divisions remain, and the risk of a wider regional war continues to grow. Economic consequences are already being felt around the world. Disruptions to key shipping routes, including the Strait of Hormuz, are impacting global energy supplies. Fuel shortages have been reported in multiple countries, and concerns over supply chain disruptions are increasing. In parts of Asia, energy reserves are under strain, raising the possibility of widespread power shortages. In Europe, leaders are reportedly reassessing their security strategies, exploring new frameworks for regional stability that may operate independently of traditional alliances. Across the globe, governments are closely monitoring developments and preparing for potential ripple effects. What is clear tonight is that the situation remains fluid and highly unpredictable. Military operations, diplomatic negotiations, and economic pressures are all unfolding simultaneously, creating a moment of profound uncertainty in international affairs. We will continue to follow these developments closely, tracking military movements, diplomatic responses, and the broader global impact as this crisis evolves. Stay with us for further updates.